Serius aman. Ini bitrate-nya patah-patah loh. Udah mulai spesial programnya belum kocak. Belum. Kalau Genshin-nya nggak nampil ya anjir. Bentar. Aduh, hari-hari Genshin tidak mau nampil. Ya kawan-kawan, adik-adik terkedik-kedik. Menonton sini aja lah. Refresh yang belum ini. Ini gede soalnya, maaf. Excel home, Excel tai. Nge-like aja ke PC guanya, geblek memang. Astaga, oi nge-like. Udah dong. Wih, semuanya bukan Twitch partner aja dipaksa iklan anjir.
Risk for them. I must admit that I'm a little scared.
Oh bang, Otaki. Refresh ya guys.
Hifem's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Brothers, let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Bizarre, you betrayed all of Sumeria, betrayed its Archon. Creating a god.
We are using human wisdom to create a god.
Let us reenact the scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Kode. Kalau benerin artefak gitu berapa? Nggak usah bayar. Buat apa bayar benerin artefak gitu? Kode.
So, we've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Yeah. After experiencing the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara, and surviving our journey through the desert, we'll finally get to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon.
Salah, si Taki.
Picking up right where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing
Serius salah?
characters to face the Academia and rescue
Mundurin
Sumeru's
guys.
Archon.
Nanti mundurin ya.
But I'm sure the first
Salah,
thing
si
everyone's
Taki
wondering is
sesat.
how we're going to save the
Padahal
Dendro
udah gua
Archon.
ketik sendiri tadi
Oh,
yang
for
gua.
sure. NAHIDA's been locked up by the doctor inside the sanctuary of Suristana.
Si Nahidanya di tengah ya
We
anjir.
can just go walking in there. And on top of that, we're dealing with
Action
two
quest
of the
chapter
Fatu
3.
harbingers now.
Akasa
We've got
Plus
the
juga.
Balladeer in his super powerful looking boss form, as well as the doctor, who seems to be a real tricky one to predict. I'm not gonna lie, the Traveler really has his hands full with this one.
Yeah, definitely a tricky situation.
Totally. And besides these two harbingers, we can be sure the Grand Sage will also be on his guard. But hey, with the help of two insiders like Sino and Alhaitham, we might just have a way into the Academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own agenda. After being tracked and predicted by the Academia for all these years, this might just be his chance to settle the score.
And if we're hoping to truly save Sumeru, we'll definitely need the power of the Dendro Archon to help us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard work and coordination plays out.
And I don't know about you guys, but besides saving Nahida, I'm also curious how we're going to
Salah
save
kepencet
Alice.
mulu aduh anjir.
Plus, we still don't know the meaning behind the words that Greater Lord Rukadevata left us. World. Forget
Patah-patah enggak sih guys? Bitrate-nya lagi down
travelers will
anjir.
be able to personally unravel the
Jam
answers
seginian
to all
mah
these
emang
questions
Excel
in their own
Home
journeys through version 3.2.
Tentang banget.
You know, I'm actually kind of curious what the future for Sumeru will be once they get through
Aman
all of
bocil
this.
aman kan.
Well, you know, what will happen to the crew we've been working with along the way?
Mutar tuh kalau
Yeah,
Bang.
same. I just hope things will work out for everyone affected by Elazar, like Dunyarzad and Kale. Oh, and we can't forget the desert dwellers who have been mistreated all these years. There's a lot that needs to change for them, too.
Right. So be sure not to miss Chapter 5 of the Archon quest. Akasha pulses, the Kulpa flame rises. It'll be quite the ride, and I hope everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and of course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There are still many puzzles and mysteries waiting to be solved. Whether it's Lesser Lord Kusanali, the Doctor, or the Balladeer, I think there still might be lots of unexpected things waiting to be uncovered.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome.
Okay, so now that we've talked about some of the storyline, maybe we can talk about that massive mechanical-looking puppet we've seen. That's the god that the Academia has been creating.
That's right. And now that you mentioned it, let's talk about the Balladeer boss battle.
Whew, this boss looks tough. The Doctor must have put a lot of his energy into this.
Yeah, the Balladeer has lots of strong and awesome-looking abilities, so why don't we start by checking out some gameplay from the new boss battle?
20 pakai 80.
Ooh.
Bos baru. Wah, ada Pyro. Kawan setengah Gundam berarti ya. Wow. Musiknya seru anjir. Lawan Gundam sih anjir. Wow, lawan Ultraman ini mah anjir, bukan lawan Gundam ya. Lawan Ultraman ini.
Wow, just look at the size of it. Pretty sure this boss is gonna push travelers to the limit.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that thing is huge. And come to think of it, this is like the third Fatui Harbinger boss battle we've had. They really keep stepping up the art and design every time. It's so awesome.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
this is an ultra-powerful puppet we're going up against here. So we're talking huge attacks and epic moves. Let's break it down a bit. In the first phase of the battle, the Balladeer will use his massive arms to attack everyone. The arms are capable of utilizing different elemental powers, and there are several types of abilities, including attacks that create fields of burning or freezing effects on the ground.
Oh, you know what? This fight kind of reminds me of when we fight Ruin Guards. I think we'll have to come up with a way to paralyze it.
Right. And you might have noticed there are some arcane formations on the ground, so activating those might trigger some interesting effects.
And I bet a lot of people are wondering what that thing is floating next to us. Not gonna lie, he's kinda cute. Oh, maybe it's a Paimon reskin.
Sorry, but no. Not only is it super cute, but it's also super powerful. Travelers will need to charge energy for this little helper and use its special skill to counter the boss in battle.
A helper in a boss fight. Yeah, that's definitely not Paimon.
Once the balladeer has transformed into this massive form, our usual attacks won't deal any tangible damage to him. So, the only thing capable of breaking through his defenses will be our little helper that we just mentioned. There will even be some moments in the fight where travelers will need to use an aiming mode to attack the boss's weak points.
Oh, who would have guessed that little thing would be so important against a boss the size of the balladeer?
I know, right? They also use some amazing special effects for all of the balladeer's moves. Speaking of which, the cosmic appearance, the spacey special effects of his skills really kind of remind me of the Raiden Shogun skills.
Ah, you're right. And seriously, I can't wait to check out this new boss fight. I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
So now that we've covered the new boss battle, I think it's time to introduce the first of our new playable characters coming in version 3.2. Let's welcome Lesser Lord Kusanali, aka NAHIDA. Yay!
Finally!
After everything we've experienced in the story so far, I think Nahida's already like a good friend to us. It's seriously so crazy what we've been through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so throughout our journey, maybe everyone's already noticed some of the let's call it that, unique metaphors that Nahida likes to use. And yeah, they can be pretty out there. Or sometimes she'll use really childlike language
Bocil
to
kita
describe
semua
some
ya.
deep or profound
Bocil kita
idea.
semua.
But the truth is, she has yet to set foot in the outside world since she was born.
Mantap
Her,
istri
all the knowledge
cantik.
that she has in her mind is like pieces of
Coming off.
scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Dasar ya si bangsa.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for
Masih lama Nahida
500
masih udah
years.
gatal. Jelas.
Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
But I'm sure everything will work out sooner or later.
Sure.
If travelers would like to spend more time with Nahida, then be sure to check out Nahida's story quest, Sapientia or Mastes chapter. The quest will be available
Oh.
upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest. So be sure to check out the quest to learn more.
It's nice that we'll get to spend more time with her. But I want to see Nahida in battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
I want to see her
I've
in
got lots to
the
share. But before we
bedroom.
get to that, let's have
And
a
a
quick peek at
bedroom.
Nahida in action.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Iya di nerf anjir.
Bro.
Malam semua malam Jepis.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Sorry patah-patah ya dari sananya anjir. Patah-patah. Turunin ini rasa rusuhnya 480p aja paling. Aduh, di nerf beneran anjay. Why you nerf guys? Why you nerf her?
Little Nahida is so cute. I love how she hops around when she's fighting. Oh, and her swing too. So, what's that skill that looks like
Si
she's using a
Jorumut.
viewfinder or something?
Si
That seems
Jorumut
pretty
nggak
different.
tuh?
Okay, so let's start with her viewfinder-ish kind of skill.
Apa yang
which
di
is
nerf?
actually her
Ekspresinya
elemental
di
skill.
nerf.
As a catalyst user, Nahida's combat style is
Sebenarnya
pretty
senyum
unique.
dia tuh
You
terakhirnya
may
tuh.
cast her elemental skill by tapping the skill button, or you may hold the button to enter an aiming mode. Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by Nahida's
Elemental
special
skillnya
mark.
nanti.
After you trigger
3
elemental
partikel tuh,
reactions on
anjir.
opponents who are linked, and
Kayaknya energi
when they
120,
take damage from
130
dendro
cukup
cores,
lah.
Nahida will unleash
M-nya doang paling.
Tri-Karma Purification, dealing dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, I love how it's like connecting the enemies together.
Outside of combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned to interact with certain harvestable items, allowing her to collect items directly to the inventory from a distance.
Whoa, wait. Being able to
Ah.
harvest materials like that is
Kok bisa
pretty
diambil
cool.
materialnya?
I don't really think
Dipencet
this
E
is
doang, jadi nggak usah manjat gitu.
This skill may also have some additional uses, so
Ah, itu terus
travelers
diapain
will
ke
have to
orang?
give it a try themselves and see.
Ooh, okay.
Nahida's elemental burst is where things get really interesting.
Sambil
Upon
kerjaan
unleashing
aksion
her
gua sah
burst,
gua
Nahida
gas.
manifests the core
Panjang
of
tapi.
dreams, expanding a special field.
That's pretty amazing. The effect really
Wow,
does look
bikin
like some royal
masjid.
court or palace.
Yeah. Different effects will be produced based on whether there are pyro, electro, and hydro
Luasnya nggak
characters in the
ngotak
party.
anjir.
While NAHIDA is within the special field, a pyro member in the party will increase the damage of Tri-Karma purification.
Kalau ada karakter pyro
An electro
nge-increase
party
damage
member will
katanya.
decrease the intervals at which Tri-Karma purification is triggered, and a hydro party member will cause the duration of the field to be increased. If there are at least 2 party members of the elemental types I just mentioned, then the effects will be increased further.
Whoa, this is blowing my mind right now. We'll really have to focus on which effects we want to achieve and put some thought into our team's composition.
Right? A key thing to remember is that these effects can be triggered while NAHIDA is not on the battlefield, as long as the active character remains in the special field radius.
Nice.
Sama karakter ada di
To Nahida,
di party
we
lah
have
bisa
one
katanya.
other character joining us in
Kayak ini
version
mulu
3.2.
ke trigger.
That's right.
Waduh, udah kah? Sebentar doang, oi.
Peculiar
Langsung ke layar
academia
anjay.
student. Her name is
Tenang saja,
Layla.
Nahida akan
Most
kujadikan
days,
imam.
she looks super tired and anxious, which
Nahida
seems to be
nasional
a
kayaknya
direct
bagus.
result of her relentless struggle
Nahida
with her
nasional.
studies.
Yeah.
Harusnya
And
bisa-bisa
not
aja
only is
sih.
she frail and anxious looking, but she also studies astrology. So it's no wonder people around her might consider her a little strange and mysterious. And even though she's always groaning about her studies, most of Layla's research work is actually fine overall. It's just her lack of confidence that's really holding her back. And that's when her unusual ability comes into play.
And her ability is
Is-
sleepwalking.
Yeah. While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self,
Sleepwalking,
allowing her to
kah?
regain the confidence she needs and activate the talents and strengths she's had all along. As soon as she starts sleepwalking, her unfinished papers no longer seem like the monumental tasks they were, and she completes
Di
them
sini nilainya
in
1
no
menit di
time.
mana?
This is definitely something only Layla can do. Our viewers shouldn't try to do this with their own homework. But does Layla have any idea?
Sama serius nggak delay itu nggak nge-lag. Nggak muter-muter.
Does she know that she has this
Kalau kata gue
ability?
kayaknya muter deh, ini bitrate-nya
She
turun
seems to be
banget.
aware of it. The papers are
Bang, kalau benar
obviously
aktifan yang
full
benar
of
buat karakter kalau masuk ke
There
Joki
have been some
nggak
rare
bang,
instances.
butuh soalnya.
For example, once during crunch time while
Benerin mah
researching,
gratis aja.
she sleepwalked and
Gratis
climbed
aja
the
kan.
wall of Somnium,
Paling nggak lama,
and
setengah
then
jam kan.
randomly bumped into Candace.
15
Such weird
menitan.
occurrences have made her start to wonder
Muter
what's
bang.
really going on.
And aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other
Kayak
student,
hancur.
Layla has many typical things that she hopes to achieve, as well as some regrets. She wants to be able to make friends and
Gue
go
nonton
out,
langsung.
have fun.
Oh, semenit ya di
But
kayaknya.
it seems like she'll never be able to do any of
Gara-gara
that
ini
until
sih,
she
internet.
graduates.
And actually, I'm guessing that she uses her sleepwalking abilities
Coba gua
in
nonton di HP.
combat too, right?
You bet. Let's have a look
Oh,
at
ayo.
Layla in combat.
Sweet.
Even when we're not looking up at the stars, they're always there. Watching us. My guiding stars.
Pantesan yang nonton cuma 12 orang aja.
Stars, shine for me.
It almost looks like she's sleeping while being protected by the shield.
This shield not only protects Layla, but also creates night stars while it is active.
Oh
When a
iya,
character
pada patah ya
protected by
anjir.
the shield uses an
Delay
elemental skill,
semenit ya? Iya sih,
more
delay
night stars
semenitan.
will be created. Once 4 night stars have been accumulated, they will transform into homing shooting stars, dealing damage to any opponent's hit.
Ooh.
Ah, night stars. I love
Wah,
how her skills have a
nempel
story
ya.
theme.
Kadang-kadang ente.
Ties into her studies.
Udah lah.
Yeah, throughout the skill's duration, each time a night star is accumulated, the shield strength will increase.
Kalau bang, kalau
This
Joki
effect can stack up to a maximum of 4
patah-patah
times.
masalahnya anjir.
Oh.
Layla's elemental burst unleashes a dream sphere that constantly fires starlight slugs at opponents with
Aman mah aman, cuman patah-patah.
while also generating night stars for Layla's shield. As a talented Ratawa his student, Layla also comes in handy when crafting. When Layla crafts character talent materials, she has a set chance to receive double the product.
Ah, nice.
Sweet.
Wanjay.
Anyway, when can travelers expect to
Paling
see
cuma
these new
10%
characters
lah.
available in game?
Great
Ah,
question.
ha, ha,
That
ha,
brings us
ha,
to our
ha,
new
ha,
event wishes.
ha.
In the early part of version 3.2, NAHIDA and Yoimiya will be available. In the later part of the version, we'll be seeing real event wishes for
Sudah ku
Yoimiya
bilang,
and Tartaglia,
sudah
and
ku
Layla will
bilang,
become
sudah
available
ku
for the first
bilang,
time. Also, a new 5-star weapon, 1,000 Floating Dreams, will be
sudah
appearing in the
ku
new weapon
bilang.
event wish.
Oh, nice. By the way, I've heard that Layla's been getting ready recently to participate in Sumeru's
Duh,
Beast
pada
Gamer
patah
tournament.
anjir,
But before
bitrate.
we get
Ah,
into that,
sell
I
home.
think it's time for us to
Ya,
take another
sell
break.
home.
We'll be back with the latest info on
Kosan
events
loading
coming
dream
in the
house.
version update.
So I know what you're thinking. It's time for redemption code. You guys get it?
Boo.
Sai no.
Alright, that's enough.
What? Gak stream aja gitu ya kayaknya. Itu adik-adik tak kedik-kedik. Delay anjir. Patah-patah lagi.
Welcome back to the version 3.2 special program, everyone. Next, we'll take a look at some of the new events for the coming update. An amazing fungus competition is about to begin in the lands of Sumeru. Not only has it attracted local competitors from Sumeru, but also spectators from other nations.
A fungus competition?
Kompetisinya
How does that
berhubung.
even work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always attacking us in the wild.
Dori gratis beneran
I
aja.
know it sounds a little weird,
Ah,
but
gitu.
you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a wisdom orb to catch and train their fungi and participate in battle events. Although the fungi often pose as little troublemakers for us in the wild, using this gadget will allow travelers to establish a certain level of communication with them.
Okay, so if I catch and train a jade plume terror shroom, then I should be pretty much unstoppable, right?
Oh no, come on, that wouldn't be fair.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not one of those areas, Kimberly.
Aww.
If you end up startling them, they'll flee until they are outside a set distance.
After catching different kinds of fungi, you can follow Paimon's suggestion and give them cute names. But most importantly, you will have to train your fungi.
That sounds fun.
Travelers will have to use special floral jelly ingredients to mix and form blends that your fungi enjoy and unlock their true potential. While mixing ingredients, you use copy, switch, and rotate functions, and place a preset formula you have in the corresponding spot.
Aw, looks kinda like jelly. I bet Paimon's gonna be all over that.
Hey, Paimon wouldn't ever do that!
Well, I can tell why you didn't book that role.
And with all these different kinds of fungi, they should have different abilities, right?
Yeah, so to work on their abilities, we'll use something called the Special Training Mode. In this mode, there will be 2 challenge types, Coordinated Assaults and Zone Defense. Travelers will be able to command their fungi's abilities, have them coordinate their attacks against a single target, and control them to defend the ley line monolith.
Aw, they're so cute. This is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. As for the rewards, in addition to Primo Gems and various materials, once travelers have reached a certain phase of the event, they will also be able to summon the great and almighty merchant, Dory.
And Layla will be appearing in the event storyline, as well as a familiar visitor from another nation. Any idea who it could be?
Supposedly a fun guy.
Okay, I see what you did there. I respect it. Let's leave that for travelers to discover themselves in the event.
Come on, guys, fun guy.
Okay, next up we have a change of pace with an all-new Trials event. For this event, travelers will have to use characters' special abilities to complete specific objectives. For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by triggering an overloaded reaction with Yen Fei's and Klee's attacks, or use Yelan's elemental skill to move quickly and dodge giant pinballs. Here are some others. Use Xiao's plunging attack to send platforms back to the ground, or use Beto's elemental skill to hit the ball.
This sounds like some pretty unusual training.
Yeah, and to make things even more interesting, this event will support co-op gameplay.
Oh, this sounds like it'll be a lot of fun to watch. But what about objectives for characters that maybe we haven't unlocked yet?
No worries, we got you covered. All the corresponding characters will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
Perfect.
In addition to these events, version 3.2 will also feature an event for our players to put their skills to the test. This time, we'll have a new edition of the Hypostatic Symphony event.
Nice. So, what changes can travelers expect this time around?
The most notable change, of course, will be the addition of the new Dendro Hypostasis. That's right, the last member of the Hypostasis family will be officially landing in version 3.2. Besides serving as a new open-world boss, the Dendro Hypostasis will also be busy performing alongside its fellow Hypostases in the Hypostatic Symphony event.
This time around, travelers will be facing challenges featuring the Dendro, Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro Hypostases. Before each challenge, travelers may select a buff effect to use. However, as you increase the difficulty, the number of uses will decrease and the enemies will become more challenging. So it'll be super important for travelers to plan the right moment to use these effects.
So what options do we have once we run out of buffs?
Travelers will still be able to use food and potions from their inventory. If you're aiming to just collect all the Primogem rewards, then don't worry, you won't need to up the difficulty too much.
Okay, good to know. Whew.
I, for one, will definitely not be upping the difficulty. And just like before, you may tackle the challenges together with your friends once they have joined your world.
Great. We can help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Now that we've covered the challenge event, let's take a quick look at a couple more casual events coming our way in the new update. First, we'll be finding inspiration for an illustrator in the Outside the Canvas Inside the Lens event. And once again, we'll be working together with Lieben in Marvelous Merchandise. It's also worth mentioning here that some optimizations have been made for the photo event this time around. Everyone will be able to select from some preset angles and can make use of the rotate and focus functions to take better pictures.
That's great.
While you're out taking pictures, you may run into some interesting storylines along the way. So be sure not to miss Outside the Canvas Inside the Lens.
Man, I love these kinds of events. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too. In addition to all these new events, we also have some news on system-related updates and optimizations. I'm really excited about the first of these, which is regarding the Serenity Pot. Starting with version 3.2, the Serenity Pot will be adding the long-awaited replication system.
Wow, that's super amazing.
Yeah. This feature will allow travelers to use sharing codes to bring designs from other travelers' teapots and implement them in their own, or share their own teapot designs. I know there may be some travelers out there who have seen some amazing teapot designs that they've wanted to also create themselves, but didn't have the ability or time to make it. With this new function, travelers will be able to bring that creativity back to their own teapot or share their creativity with others.
Get ready to hit up your friends with amazing teapot skills.
Oh, I can't wait to see everyone sharing their designs, especially with me.
Which brings us to our final update to share with everyone. This one is regarding the game's available languages. Starting with version 3.3, which will be the update following this one, Genshin Impact will be adding Turkish and Italian to the game language settings. So, players who'd prefer to see the game's text and UI in those languages can look forward to that.
The team truly hopes that travelers from all over the world can enjoy the game and start their own journeys through the world of Tidakk.
For further details, please check Genshin Impact's official channels and keep an eye out for future announcements and info.
Wow, we've covered a ton of stuff. Seriously, it's a lot to take in.
For sure. So now's probably a great time for our last redemption code.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Well, everyone, I think we've covered just about everything coming our way in version 3.2, which means we've arrived at the end of our special program.
This was
I
fun.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we covered a ton of stuff.
so much stuff.
Yeah. So many events too. But the thing that I'm most excited about is, of course, NAHIDA playable character, NAHIDA playable character, NAHIDA playable character.
Obviously.
Nice.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely the Balladeer. Dude, it looks so insane.
Yes.
I have no idea how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, no, for me, oh my gosh, so many things. Battling the Dendro hypostasis, and of course the fabulous fungus frenzy, getting my little fungi and battling with them. And, you know, the teapot, the Serena teapot, I'm so behind on my teapot, so I can't wait to
You gotta get on it.
hopefully get some designs from others, or at least, you know, get some inspiration from getting another teapot design.
And just as we mentioned earlier, even though the Sumeru Archon quest will be reaching its final chapter here, it most definitely won't be the end of our journey in Sumeru. In our story this time, we'll be encountering some interesting and mysterious content, and I hope it will be an amazing experience for all of our travelers. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon be with all of you.
See you in game, everyone. Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Restream dulu ya, parah-parah restream. Bukan nge-like kah? Gue tau 3-3 mungkin. Restream dulu ya, patah-patah anjay. Nggak benar. Tidak benar. Kita restream dulu. Coba gua tes speed test ya. Aduh.